Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. Somebody's trying to draw this or something like this, but they're having trouble matching up the arrow to the size of the loop. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our basic shape first. Yours might say common shapes or basic shapes. I'm going to hold down the control button. Now, inside the basic shapes, when you take your shape tool, you can manipulate that line. But what we want to do is to match it up with this line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the parallel dimension tool. I'm going to go from that node to that node right there. And you can see we're 146. So let's just take this away for a second. And let's move this out of the way and let's make an oval, not holding down the control button. Now, we need to set our nudge on 1.46. And we're going to nudge this guy over. Well, I didn't make a duplicate. So that's way too thick. So let's forget that idea and let's make this thinner. Or at least it's way too thick the way I'm thinking. Get your shape tool. You still have your handle here. And you could, that kind of looks ridiculous. What we could do is just back up here. We'll move the handle back out. Well, you got to have your shape tool. And let's just reduce this whole thing. Make the arrow smaller. So now we need to measure parallel dimension tool. And now we're at 0.84. So now take your ellipse, change your nudge factor with nothing selected to 0.84. And hit the plus key, and there you go. Now we're going to take a 2-point line and hit P, put it in the center of the page. So I made a mistake, not by putting my loop in the center of the page. I'm going to go ahead and group these together for a second, then hit P, put it in the center of the page. I don't need to make my line any longer. And then I'm going to, so there's two trains of thought here. If you do this and then take away your line, you don't have a line there. So you could do this. You could take your virtual segment delete key and delete those two lines. I'd actually delete that line right there. And then let's take away our measurement. And we'll take this, and it should snap right to that. And see, it's a perfect fit. So now your arrow's longer. And, that's personal preference. You could cut this shorter and do the same thing. Get your virtual segment delete key. And then we need to make this part up at top. We're going to take a 2-point line and try to go from the edge to the edge. Then we're going to delete the inside one, or the outside one, basically. And then I'm going to change my nudge factor to something like 4 inches. I'm going to take my Smart Fill tool, set on that same color, and I'm going to nudge that over. And by doing that, it's a complete unit now. It's all one object. Whoop, I got too much. So you have all these broken lines where we don't have them in the Smart Fill part. Now, these are two different sections to make it look like the other one. And you could change the color, get the interactive fill tool, and go right here and make it a little darker. You don't want it quite that dark. You can always bring your orange up. So it makes it look like that's the underside of that. And as always, if we take a black box, might be a little bit too much on this, order back a page. Nah, it's not too bad. I was trying to hit my zoom key. So take the zoom and let's zoom in. And then you could actually take your part again and and then make it a little less dark. So it just kind of looks like that in the picture. Anyway, I hope that gave them some idea. And there's one more way to do it I'm going to work on that might even be easier than that. Hope that helped him. Thank you for watching.